What's chirping, crickets? This is Kim from Kim Takes On. I'm Kim. Hi. This is my co-producer, Terrence the Wonder Duck. Terrence says hi. Terrence and I want to say that we hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we hope you haven't been stomped into pudding by going out on one of those Black Friday sales and dealing with, capitalism on two legs. And we just hope you're having a terrific week wherever you are, especially if you're up near like the lake area and stuff like that, because apparently they're getting like a crap ton of snow up there, and we haven't. Haha. Sorry, that's not nice. Sorry. It's just sometimes in Massachusetts we get snow early. We've had snow before Halloween, so when we hear some other place has snow and we don't, we're like, yes. For a minute we're like, yes, and then we're like, oh, that's too bad. I hope everybody's okay. That might just be me, because it might just be me, and possibly Terrence. So today, what the show is about is my favorite hard rock metal ballads. Now, this is not going to be a list as in this is the order that I like them in. It's in the order that I thought of them. So it's the usual chaos that is the monster island that I call my brain. I would like to bring up a song that is not on the list, Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, which is a great metal ballad, but they're using it in a truck commercial now, so now I'm sad. And it got tossed off. I'm just kidding around. But these are songs that, for me, I really, really love. Well, I love most of the time. I love all the time. I should say I love these bands and these artists and stuff like that. But these songs specifically, if they don't show a softer side, it's more of just less yelling and screaming, and it's not all like woo party stuff. And like I said, these are in no particular order, and I will explain why I like these songs so much as I'm going along. So the first song on my list is Patience by Guns N' Roses. I know some people might have expected it to be Sweet Child of Mine, which I do like, and I think it's a great song, but Patience just works a little better for me when it comes to something a little bit slower. I mean, you do get the part at the end where Axl cranks up the volume on his voice a little bit, but there's just something very intimate in most of the song. You feel like he's just singing to just you. And I like that. I just think that that's really cool. So we're starting off with Patience from Guns N' Roses. The next song is a song. I wish this had gotten more airplay. The video was on MTV a lot, but I didn't hear it on the radio a lot. And that's Def Leppard's Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad? And I love this song, you guys. It's just so good. The lyrics are amazing, and Joe Elliott's kind of melodious growl, it really just does something for me in this song. So that's Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad from Def Leppard. This next one is kind of a cheat, maybe, because it's been done twice by the same band, by two different people in the same band, but they were actually same drummers. They both were the drummers in the band, and I think you all know what I'm talking about anyway. I'm talking about Beth from Kiss, which was originally sung by Peter Criss, who was the original drummer, the Cat Man, because he had the cat makeup, and was also recorded by the late Eric Carr, who was the Fox later on when Kiss was still wearing makeup, and he was still part of the band when they took off the makeup. Beth is one of those songs that I think when it first came out, I do think a lot of original Kiss Army folks were like, what the hell is this? But it's a really beautiful song. It's really moving, dealing with the idea of how you have to try and juggle personal stuff when you're in a band, when you have somebody waiting for you at home, but you have to perform, or you have to rehearse, or you have to do your job. And I love both versions. I finally gotten to the point where I can listen to Eric Carr's version and not cry. So for me, that's something. Can't help it. Squishmallow. So next on my list are both versions of Beth from Peter Criss, sung by Peter Criss and sung by Eric Carr. The next song is a band that I found out about this band when I was in college. And I've mentioned this before. When I was in college, I worked at a bookstore. And it was my job, among other things that I did, that I usually put away the magazines and stuff like that. Sorted them out, put them where they needed to go, stuff like that. And that was how I got introduced to a lot of different metal magazines. And one of them was Metal Edge. And with Metal Edge, I was always like, ooh, that guy's cute. Ooh, that guy's cute. Oh, that drummer's cute. Oh, that guitar player's cute. Ooh, that whole band is hot. I'm going to go check them out. I'm a woman. I have needs. Don't judge me. I was young. I was hormonal. And I'm older and hormonal. You know what? I'm going to shut up now. But I think Tiger Tails was, I discovered them, the band, it's a British band named Tiger Tails, and I found out about them through Metal Edge, and I was like, hey, and I went out and found their tape, and I was like, this is some really good stuff. There's one song on there that kind of qualifies as a more ballady song. There's a couple of them actually, but the one I like the best is called Living Without You. There's also a guitar piece. It's just a very short guitar piece called Ballerina, which I just adore. But Living Without You is about a relationship that's, been dashed on the rocks, however you want to word it. It's a little more screamy than most of the things on here. The guitar playing is sick. It's just, I really think, if you've never heard of Tiger Tails, which honestly wouldn't surprise me, but go check them out if you haven't. If you have heard of them, you're part of a very exclusive club in America, I think, anyway. And their song, Living Without You. Great song. Okay, now you don't usually think of tender songs when it comes to Alice Cooper, unless you're talking about tender flesh that's going to be rended or torn or whatever, because that's Alice's bread and butter. And no offense, because I love that stuff. I love Alice Cooper. I have loved Alice Cooper since the very first time I saw Alice Cooper, which was on The Muppet Show. I saw the episode that Alice Cooper guest starred in, so I was a little bitty bit of a thing. And I remember watching that and being completely mesmerized. I was just like, I want to do that. I want to be outrageous and crazy and have people love me for it. Just like that guy, whoever he is, because I had no idea who Alice Cooper was. And I was like, Alice? Oh, okay. But I found out. And I've been an Alice Cooper fan ever since. I know a lot of people would think, oh, she's going to talk about You and Me, which is a great song. Don't get me wrong. Um, but the song actually I'm talking about is a song called Only My Heart Talkin', which I just love. Absolutely love this song. It's got Alice's usual swagger and more than a little bit of a growl to it, but I do absolutely love it. And there is a special guest star on there too. See if you can figure out who it is, because I'm not going to tell you. You should go listen to Only My Heart Talkin' to find out. Okay, this one this got a ton of play on MTV, which I was like, I'm all for it because the lead singer is really hot. Again, woman needs, don't judge. Sorry. Don't Know What You've Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella. I loved this song. I love the message behind this song because it's true. You don't know what you have until you don't have it anymore. Whether it's a relationship or anything like that, whether it's a relationship that you ended, they ended, whoever ended it, as long as it was ended because, it wasn't some bad reason or something like that, something really super negative. But if somebody just is like, I've had it with your crap, and they leave and stuff like that, and you don't realize how important they were to you until they're not there anymore. And there's such amazing guitar work in this song. And Tom Kiefer's voice has that just kind of whiskey-soaked attitude to it. And it's just perfect. Just absolute chef's kiss. Absolutely love it. Don't Know What You've Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella. The next song on my list is I Saw Red from Warrant. And one of these days I will be able to listen to certain Warrant songs and not cry. One of these days. I don't think it's going to be any time in the immediate future. I Saw Red has so much pain in it, and there's just it's what it's about. It's a song about a guy walking in and realizing that his woman is being unfaithful. And you have lines like, I didn't need to see his face. I saw yours. I saw red, and then I closed the door. I don't think I'm going to love you anymore. And I cannot even begin to do justice to the way Janie Lane sang those lines. The just raw pain in his voice reaches out to anyone who's ever been hurt in a relationship. And it's so perfect and so sad. And miss you, Janie. All right. Next is a band that I don't think as many people know about. I can't be like, ooh, I love them and I've got every one of their albums, because I don't. I got their first album a while ago, and if you can find it, or I definitely know you can find some of their music on YouTube. Definitely do. It's a band called Roxanne. And other than their really cool version of Play That Funky Music from Wild Cherry, there's one song they do called It's Not the Same. And I love this song. It's so powerful, it's moving, and it's genuine. It just has this real feeling of that you're listening to something that was locked in somebody's heart, and that they're letting you in. And basically, it's saying that the person was in a relationship, and for whatever reason it fizzled out, and they found somebody new, but it's not the same. And in a way, that should be a good thing, because you don't, when it comes to a relationship, you don't want to have a relationship where the person looks exactly like, or sounds exactly like, or acts exactly like the person you just were in a relationship, because that's weird. If you have a type, that's one thing. But, Don't go looking for a person who's exactly like the person you just got out of a relationship with. And if you find somebody else that you were in a relationship with, if you find somebody new, don't try and change them into the person that you were in a relationship with. You don't have them change their hair color or do anything like that, because that's weird. I mean, they did that in Hitchcock's Vertigo, and that ended badly. So the next song on my list is from Roxanne, very underrated band you should totally check out. And the song's called It's Not the Same. The next song I want to bring up is definitely a song that it has a really powerful message, and it's a message that I think a lot of people need to hear. It's called Don't Close Your Eyes by the band Kicks. It's a song that is basically saying, don't take that last step. Don't, life can get crazy, life can get bad, life can get it can suck sometimes. And you feel alone and you feel like you have no other way out except that one. And the song is saying, don't close your eyes. Don't give into that darkness. Don't take that last step, because you can't take that back. And people will miss you, and people will feel that loss if you're gone. And if you're somebody that is feeling that way, which I know this time of year can be really hard on people and stuff like that, there's plenty of places that you can go to or just call, and talk to somebody. Find someone to talk to, because we all want you here. We all want you around. And that includes me. And that includes Terrence. Because we both love you. Don't we, Terrence? He loves all of you because he's just a very happy-go-lucky duck. He's also very happy that Thanksgiving is over, because he doesn't have to worry about being part of a turducken, which he didn't have to worry about anyway, not in our house. Okay, the last song that I'm going to bring up on this list, I know some people are going to be like, you've got to be kidding me, but hear me out. Honestly, from Striper. Now, I know this is going to sound corny, and I know some people are going to be like, eye roll, but this band really pulled me through some dark times in my life. And I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody, and I'm not saying I'm not still a screw-up. That's why I call myself a practicing Catholic, because I'm not perfect at it. And I know religion is not for everybody, and but that's the beautiful thing about the song, honestly, is when you listen to this song, it can be taken so many different ways. Yes, you can definitely take this song as a song that is a faith-based song. But you can also take this song as someone saying, I love you. Human being to human being, I love you. And I want you to feel safe. And I want you to feel that I'm going to stand next to you through the good and the bad and everything in between, because I love you. And like I said, if you choose to take that as a religious thing, if you take that from the point of view of you speaking to God or God speaking to you, that's cool. I'm not going to tell you don't do that. If you want to take it from, like I said, if you want to take it from the point of view of, a spouse or just a really close friend, I'm not going to say, no, you're wrong. That's not my place to say that. It's just such an incredibly beautiful song. And Michael Sweet's voice just is on a completely other level. And there's just something really beautiful and moving about it. And like I said, I get it. Religion is a very touchy subject. And It's not for everybody. Like I said, that's cool. No shame in here. But it's a song, and it's a beautiful song. And listen to it with open ears and an open heart, and I hope it does something special for you like it did for me. So that's my list, which will probably change by the end of the week. Oh, who am I kidding? It'll probably change by the end of the day, because in case y'all hadn't noticed, my mind is like a pinball machine. It's kind of, the flipper hits the dinger and the little bell goes off. That's kind of me. Love me, love my weirdness. Although I prefer to think of myself as whimsically eccentric or reality adjacent, whatever. But I hope you enjoyed my list, and I hope that you have some songs that really reach out to you and you're like, yeah, turn that up when you need to hear it. If you'd like to tell me what those songs are, platinumroselle@yahoo.com. I hope that you subscribe to this little old channel and click on the bell icon if you liked this show. There's lots of other stuff on our little channel here, and I hope you will check it out and sign up. And so for another week, this is Kim from Kim Takes On, along with Terrence the Wonder Duck, wishing you an awesome week, and keep rocking.